welcome to the Muskegon channel. It's Andy O'Reilly along with Tom Bitson. We are at Celebration Cinema Carousel in Muskegon today, and Bitson here. I mean, we're going to give you an award for the biggest brain between the two of us, because every year we've come and we've covered the final when the Celebrated Service Award gets passed out in Muskegon and all the markets that Celebration Cinema operates in. Really, you do this big award, and everybody's got a chance to do it. And Bitson here had the idea, going, "Hey, why don't we talk about it when it opens?"
Yeah, give it a heads up. Doesn't it? We actually have our kickoff meeting tomorrow.
Really?
So the actual, what we call the tagging period, is a few weeks off.
The tagging period.
Yep.
All right.
And just say, okay, so well, let's take a step back. This is going to be the seventh year of the Celebrated Service Award, which is brought to us through what is it? Look at my notes here. Zing Train, Fifth Third Bank, MLive, Bean Garter, and of course Celebration Cinema.
Yep. Great sponsors in this thing, by the way.
But the whole idea behind it is it's time to reopen the discussion on what great service is, and not just within individual businesses, but reaching out to the entire community. Yeah,
this is a big award. I mean, what is it? $3,000 to the winner,
and
then
is.
You get all the movie premiere. I mean, we were just in here a week or so ago, and there it was, Getty Street Grill.
Absolutely.
Right there on the big screen, talking about their award last year. It's a huge deal.
Every single show.
Wow.
Absolutely. And that's in every one of our markets. So Muskegon's got it pretty good compared to the rest of the Celebration Cinema circuit wide, because we have 2 locations that your product is hitting the screen every show. But it's a matter of, we're opening that door. Yes, they get, actually it's a $5,000.
Is it really? Wow.
In each city cash award, 10 passes every month that they can use however they feel.
Nice.
I know the Getty Street Grill likes to award it to one of their service people.
Do they?
Every month.
How they do it? Yep.
Absolutely.
That's a nice night out, night at the movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or some places have opened it up and they kind of just give it away to their guests.
Sure.
And they can do whatever they want. It's fantastic. And the whole approach and the way Celebration Cinema kind of came on it was putting that value, understanding we can be better.
Yep.
We can be, we like to consider ourselves to be very high with the service that we provide.
Absolutely.
But not getting lost in the fact that we do a good job.
It's the quest for perfection.
Exactly, or more like excellence.
Excellence.
And it's a matter of I believe the service statement on valuing service was really good. We did not always get it right, but it's a very high value to us, and we'd like to engage the city in a clear, simple message that great service should be valued.
See that?
And an even better statement in the conversation was looking within the community to build equity for everybody who lives here and visits here.
It's an important thing. I mean, and you see what we do.
Right.
We're around showing the people that are making a difference. We're showing some businesses popping up. We're showing some of the events that are going on and all that kind of stuff. People need to believe in what's going on around them. It's essential to a community to believe in itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And let me ask you a question. Because of the mission that you're on, how often do you hear somebody bring up a bad situation in the
all
service?
the time?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's constant. And then what happens? It just kind of all just falls into a sinkhole at that point, and everything devolves. But what happens when somebody praises the service that they got somewhere?
Word of mouth travels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then of course you start hearing more confirmation of that particular location and situation, and then others start getting added in. I recall earlier this year when you put out your video with the Getty Street Grill, and then people started asking the question, well, how do you get nominated?
Yeah, exactly.
And so you brought me in on the conversation, and it opened the door a little bit for some of our local businesses. And honestly, even though there are a lot of nationwide and worldwide franchises, especially in this area, that deserve to be in the conversation, we generally look at our local
businesses.
Exactly, our local businesses, because they want the exposure.
Yep.
They don't necessarily need it, but
they need it. Trust me. Well, I mean, in a world where where you're looking at the advertising world, and I mean this here, you're looking at the advertising world on a global perspective, and what people are charging for ads, and the value that they're getting back out of these ads. A local business has a hard time ponying up some dough to be a part of, say, like a, and I'm not picking on anything, but take one of your national national franchise hardware stores.
Right.
They have got limitless ad budgets. They have got multiple avenues to get the message out. They've got national coverage. They've got local stuff they can do. The small guy, the Getty Street Grill of the world, can't compete with that kind of advertising dollar.
That is true. That is true, and they would get lost in the mix. And it's a great perspective.
Yeah.
Well, moving on through the process here, we'll have our official kickoff meeting. So we'll kind of get our, I don't know if it'll be necessarily a new mission, but at least a re-energizing of what our annual mission is.
Okay.
By the remaining part of this month into June and July, all of our celebration crew, West Michigan wide,
from the guy sweeping the floor to the guy running the place.
Yep, wherever we're out visiting, where products and services flow.
Yep.
If we feel that we were provided with what we consider celebrated service, we'll probably be leaving behind, and I don't have one of the new ones, but a little what we call a celebrated tagging pass. It's a movie pass that'll be good for the next year for anything you want to see.
Okay.
And probably certain fees would apply depending on upgrades. But it's our way of saying thank you, we're glad we visited today and you took care of us. And what we actually really encourage everybody is, don't just look for one of the celebration crew to come in. The whole idea here is we're hoping that little snapshot that we take is what you're providing to every person
on a daily
every day.
basis. Yeah.
And it's one of those things that it's something that you have to focus on.
Yeah.
And
understandably so. I mean, that you can't just have somebody that works here and hey, here's an extra slice of beef.
Exactly.
How about that tag? It doesn't quite work that way.
But then the kind of the middle part of July is when we will start doing our nomination process.
Yep.
So as we go out in the community, and whenever we hand out one of these tagging passes, we have to come back and write up a little story of what we encountered, and that usually gets shared onto, I believe it's still going to be celebratedservice.com.
Okay.
So the community can kind of go in and see the forum of the experiences we're having and who we're looking at. And as we accumulate this list, and on average, Muskegon, we generally get one different business for every one of our cast members,
wow.
which is rare even in our own community or our own circuit.
Sure.
And it's fantastic. It makes for a great conversation when we sit down to whittle this list down to the top 10.
Yep.
And then from that top 10, then we send out, it might even be more than 10, but 10 is the ballpark. We send out letters to these businesses to give them the opportunity to accept the nomination or not. And eventually we meet with the finalists, get the voting process going, and we'll be able to talk about that in October.
And they get such a huge incentive to do this. It's so
Absolutely.
big. Talk about the value of just that pre-roll. I mean, that's 30 grand, isn't it? Ballpark?
Well, actually, somewhere, about in that ballpark for an annual run, exactly. And as we talked about with advertising before, you get that mom and pop type place, say as the Getty Street Grill. There are a number of people that have never heard of them, had never been there, saw it on the screen, and they've been giving them a try.
No, they don't quit going back.
Exactly. My wife and I are part of that crew. We love going in there.
So it's getting underway now.
Yes.
Okay, the meeting is coming. If you're in Muskegon and you want to get in on this celebrated service, and look at some of the people who have won this in the past: Michigan Irish Music Festival, Getty Street Grill,
Mr. Quick,
Mr. Bees,
Wasserman's.
Well, of course, Wasserman's.
Yep, absolutely. And disc golf. I so apologize. Sweet Spot Disc Golf.
There you go.
Yes.
You got it.
Yes.
Be up on your toes, Muskegon, and be waiting. I mean, just be ready. Do what you do naturally, and just hope that somebody from Celebration Cinema pops through, because it could be you. Next year, we're talking about with the Celebrated Service Award and all those great things that come. Like just the attention alone,
exactly,
on social media and everything is huge. So
absolutely, energy and smiles.
Energy and smiles. That's all they're looking for. It's where story happens. We are at Celebration Cinema Carousel. That is Tom Bitson. Things good at the drive-in.
What's that?
Things good at the drive-in?
Oh, you better believe
we're open up at the drive-in.
Yep.
What do we got behind us here?
We got King Arthur opening this weekend.
Make sure you're out here.
Along with King Arthur at Snatched. We got Ladies Night Out on Thursday night.
Fun.
And so Goldie Hawn and Amy Schumer
I
coming
saw
in
that.
this weekend.
You know what? I saw a commercial for that. It said it wasn't even rated yet.
That's not a surprise. Amy Schumer, whether it's taped or live, you never know what's going to happen.
You got to watch yourself, right? Make sure you get here this summer. Celebrated Service Awards are heading out on the streets. Make sure you're up on your toes. Be in the hunt. We'd love to see you win that thing next year. Tom, thanks again.
Thanks
to Celebration Cinema for all they do in Muskegon, and we will see you back here on the Muskegon Channel soon.